Hi everybody, this is Kermit the Frog here, reminding you to listen to the Game Up One, damn it, what's it called? Alright, are we rolling? Alright, keep it going, alright, let's go. Hurry up, we got a lunch date. Alright, let's go. Hi there, this is Kermit the Frog here, reminding you to listen to the One Up Gaming Podcast on whatever station it's podcasting on.
Gaming Podcast, hosted by David, Sean, and Zach.
And we're back. It's the One Up Gaming Podcast. It's me, David. I've got Zach.
Yay!
And we've got someone new, and his name's Luke.
Yay!
Yay!
Woo! Woo! Yeah.
I'm going to bring so much fun.
Standing ovation.
Thank you. Yeah.
Which is awkward because if anyone's watching some kind of video of this,
no one's going to watch.
No one's going to. That's good.
I'm not recording.
No, I'm actually standing up. I'm sitting down. Rather. Oh my life, this is going awfully.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on and stuff.
It's fine. It's fine. So if you don't go out into the sun, do you get rickets?
How many times has this joke came up? You know, I had it changed.
If it's actually come up once, it's one too many.
But no, I don't have rickets.
Okay. Yeah, just have some oranges next to you, you'll be fine.
Oranges?
Yeah, you have citrus acid.
Isn't that scurvy?
Oh, is it? What's rickets?
Isn't rickets the bendy bones in your legs? Because you've not drunk enough, you haven't got enough calcium or something, and you're still... You're thinking of scurvy, the things that pirates get when they haven't eaten enough oranges at sea.
Oh, lemons.
Yeah, ever since I was like 10 and someone was looking through the dictionary and found wicket, said like, disease commonly found in children. It's never stopped.
That's your life summed up in a disease. That's not nice. That's a really morbid thought, actually. Forget I ever said that.
But I had my surname changed. So.
You had it changed, or...?
Yeah, I had it changed legally.
So, right, we might as well go into that one then. So, why did you have your surname legally changed?
I don't know, I just preferred because the only people I know from my dad's side is my dad.
So
is Ricketts your mother's name?
No, my father's name.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
you got changed from Ricketts.
Oh, yeah. What was it before, if you don't mind me asking?
It was Ricketts before, and I've had it changed to O'Connor. O'Connor. Irish.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh my gosh.
That is
I tell you, I've just opened up my diary, Zach.
Yeah.
And randomly, it opened up on November the 16th, and it's... Do you know it's Parsnip Appreciation Day?
I mean...
That's what this says.
I can't imagine there's a lot of appreciation going around for parsnips. They don't even have a nice name. Parsnips.
Again... Similar to Ricketts, I'm not quite sure what a parsnip is.
It's like a carrot.
Yeah, it's kind of like is it like a green carrot or something?
Yeah,
I think it's more pear-shaped or whatever, though. You know, like a more chunky.
I heard it's like a sweet parsnip. I've seen a parsnip. It's like, if you stop the colour.
I've seen a parsnip. Once in my life. I was very young.
Yeah, but I've tried eating it, but I have a weird thing about not eating vegetables.
In that you don't eat vegetables?
I can't eat vegetables.
You just can't eat vegetables. Flat out. You can't do it.
I can't. Every time I try to eat one, I vomit.
Oh my god, that's an extreme reaction.
I'm a nightmare when it comes to planned dinners.
all my life.
I go to my friend's house and like, oh, I can't eat that.
I can imagine it was really like everyone thinks you're joking and everything, and then you eat it, and then.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that sounds disgusting.
Mm.
Anyway,
You sound lovely.
Luke,
Yep.
we'll go into a bit more detail of you then. So, how old are you? Where are you from? That kind of thing.
I'm 17.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 18.
You sound a lot older.
You sound
Thank
older
you.
than me.
You sound like you smoke 20 a day.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm 18 next month. And I'm from London.
Oh, I cut me.
London. Born and raised.
So, whereabouts in London? Because I know Zack's from London as well.
I'm bound southeast London.
Where are you, Zack?
I'm northeast.
Northeast.
The whole
So
city between
one's,
us.
one's a Gunner and one's a Fulham.
One's a Fulham.
You know, like football club.
What would be southeast? What do you like football, Luke?
I loved it when I was 8, but I still.
What team do you support? If you
Well,
support a team.
Is it going to be Man United?
I don't really support a team. I just watch it for fun.
So you won't be an Arsenal fan then?
But I used to, when I was young, I used to support Liverpool.
Liverpool?
No,
oh, my life.
When I was young.
When Kenny Dalglish had that floppy hair.
It's alright.
Looks a bit like Zack.
I do not look like Kenny Dalglish, so thank you very much.
No, but you got floppy hair.
I've got floppy hair, but a lot of people have floppy hair. Doesn't mean they look like Kenny Dalglish.
So, Luke, have you ever done any sort of like conference sort of shows, like the EGX, things like that?
Have I been to any?
Yeah, that's the kind of words I was looking for.
I've been to London Expo. I think it was called.
I think that was EGX last year. Oh, no,
it was like London Comic Con.
Oh, right, yeah. This thing's really, really weird. The Comic Con was what... I went to it this year. This year? Last year.
Last year.
The most recent one, wherever it was. And it was really weird because it's just kind of walking around and trying to resist the urge of buying as much stuff as you possibly can carry. There's not really much you can do that's free. Everything costs money.
Yeah.
Except just staring at the people dressed up as other people, which was so entertaining. Like, I just saw, there was this guy who managed to build a working R2-D2, and he would just, like, stand, like, 2 meters behind it whilst he was controlling it with a remote in his pockets. And then he was just, like, walking around behind it, and everyone was like, this is amazing! And he was just like, yeah, I made this. This is cool. That's probably the best thing about Comic-Con.
Zack.
Yeah.
Which one's R2-D2? Is he the one that stands up or the one that rolls?
No, he's the one that rolls.
Right.
The little blue and white one, for God's sake.
I know that. The dustbin.
Yeah.
That's my impression of R2-D2.
The only thing I can say about... I went to a retro event in Wolverhampton, and there was a guy dressed up as Ken from Street Fighter. And the only thing I can remember about the event was he went to the toilet and didn't wash his hands. So that was good.
Did you follow him?
No, I was in the toilet at the same time. And he just sort of like went to the toilet and just walked straight out. And I bet he was like shaking people's hands and that as well.
Oh. Do you think that was like, he did that on purpose?
That was a special.
I don't know. If it was me, I'd have wiped my ass without any paper and just it's like push it up to people to sniff it.
Oh, God.
Anyway, this has been fun.
My God,
Yeah.
what is it?
The first time I went was because the main draw was the Wii U. Like, that was before it came out. I went.
You can't say nothing about the Wii U. I've got one.
You do have one.
I
I don't know where it is, but I've got one. I think it's still down the side of the unit.
I had one, but no games came out for it, and then I sold it. And then games came out for it, and I was like, fuck.
There's no games. There's no games.
I can think of, like, 3 I really want.
I bet the 3 you say, I bet I hate.
Okay.
What are the 3 that you like?
Splatoon.
Yeah.
I hate that game.
Next.
Bayonetta 2.
I've actually got that. I like that. Sorry. Yeah, that's good. That's a good game.
Cool. And, well, it's not out yet, Zelda.
You might as well wait and get it on the NX.
Yeah. Well, if it comes out on the NX.
It will.
It will.
Yes, it will. Anyway then, so, I guess we'll let Zach go first. What have you been doing this week, Zachary?
What have I been doing this week? I'm going to let you in a little visual treat here, David.
Oh, you got your tattoo?
I've got my tattoo, so anyone listening to this isn't going to see anything. It's just going to be...
Oh, wait.
The only person who's going to be able to see it, David.
Where?
Wait, is this the one you mentioned on the podcast?
Oh my God, yes, look, he listens to the podcast.
No.
So wait. When should I do the grand unveiling, David?
Nearly.
I got it done on Thursday. So yesterday. So it's still a little bit red. And it's got lots of gunk over it. Okay.
Right.
Right, ready?
Yeah, I've got the recording ready.
Oh, you're recording the thing.
Yeah.
So this is my lovely tattoo. Can you see that? Can you see that?
It looks like a 5-year-old's got their sight. What the hell do you call it?
Like the
just not etch a sketch.
Not etch a sketch, no.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. The
spirograph.
Spirograph, that's the one. Yeah, pretty much. That's what it is.
Yeah, but it looks like they didn't have any coloured pens. They just used black.
Just use black. There we go. Way. That's on my arm, on my forearm.
So how much was that?
£280.
Right. I'm not one for swearing, but what the fuck?
Basically, I went out to seek like a specific artist that I follow on Instagram, and she works for a relatively prestigious tattoo parlor in London. So I've pretty much paid for the name as much as I've paid for the actual tattoo.
Did she sign it?
Did she sign it?
For that kind of money, I want fucking signature.
She didn't sign it.
You could just
But
like
I can
mop
say
your arm
that
off
I
and
got
sell your arm.
tattooed by this person. And I'm sure one day someone will say, that's really cool, I like that person. But yeah, that's my tattoo. I'm pretty thrilled with it. I'm very happy.
The tattoo's pretty cool,
I like it.
but it's probably £200 too much.
Yeah, a lot of people say that. But... oh, well.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hey, I tell you what, I'd have come down there and hacked you for 200 quid.
Hacks me. Well, I wasn't really looking for someone to hack me. You have to pay me a lot of money to hack me, whatever hacking means. But yeah, it's still a little bit sore. And
Do you know what you need to do?
gunk on it that I need to clean off, but yeah.
You need to get a bit of vinegar and get some salt and rub it in.
Now, David, it's maybe my first tattoo, but I know that's definitely not something you should do.
Or, to tender up the skin, slice a lemon and squeeze that over.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, I might do that. I'll do that straight after. Or get like, should I do the salt, the ice and salt challenge? Is it? You just press it hard against my skin, right in the centre. See what happens.
So when did you get the tattoo done then?
Yesterday.
Oh, right, so that's...
That was just Thursday.
So, hold it up again. Do you not have any... Because when I got my tattoos done, I got... Is it got film around it or something?
No, I took it off earlier. To put some cream on it.
Yeah, man, they actually put cream on and then they wrapped it round with cling film sort of thing.
I've been wearing cling film on it pretty much 24/7.
Yeah.
After we're done here, I'm going to wrap it I'm going to give it another clean and then wrap it.
So how low down does it go on your arm?
It goes down...
Yeah, it's
pretty low.
Like, when I got mine done, because mine is basically right at the wrist.
Yeah.
I used to work in window manufacturing, like making double glazed windows. So when I was picking things up, I'd be catching it all the time. And that was quite sore.
Oh my god. Oh my life.
Right, so I'm going to stop this video now. So anyone watching YouTube, that's Zack's tattoo. And yeah, listen to the podcast, the One Up Gaming podcast. Search for it on iTunes.
It's a very nice tattoo. Hope you like it.
You got ripped off, man.
Mate, I'm so happy.
That's what matters.
And that's what matters, exactly.
There we go. Right. Got the video done now.
Right. Outside of putting ink inside me, I've been playing... I went back to play Fallout 4 because...
Yeah, I did.
I played Fallout... Words. When we first played Fallout 4, I got bored of it quite quickly. And I sort of completely fell out of interest with it. And after about... probably like 5 days of playing it, I just stopped playing it altogether and never went back to it. And then, beginning of this week, I decided, you know what, I might go back into it just for like a quick runabout and just shooting things. And that's what I did, and I've got quite into it again. I still don't know how much I actually like it, because it's just Fallout 3, except a little bit better. And I thought that's what I wanted, but it turns out it isn't. That's just how.
Cause I've been.
And it's just like, and after a while, it's just like the shooting gets really annoying. And it's just like you stand there shooting people in the heads, and they don't die, and it just annoys me.
Okay, so I'm a massive fan of Fallout 3.
Yeah.
Since when they had the Xbox. And I loved it. And I completed it over 10 times. That's how much I loved it. And I was really excited for Fallout 4. Like, since, last year. And then, I played it before Christmas. And I completed it quite quickly, and I was like, is that it? Because it felt like if they had had another year on, it would have been perfect.
Well, 6 years wasn't enough.
No, because it felt rushed. Yeah. Like, the settlement building felt like, oh, here's this thing, go do what you want. And no tutorials, no nothing.
Yeah, they kind of just
ending. And the ending felt like, whoop, there it goes.
Spoiler alert. I haven't played it. I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I won't spoil it, but it's just...
I've not played it.
Yes, you have. You're a liar. You have played it.
But yeah, we played it.
Oh, well, not my own version of it.
But you have played it.
I'm trying to decide what was my favourite game last year.
Last year, Metal Gear Solid 5. Best game.
Yes.
So he's on my side here.
But like, I was balancing out. It was like, like 1 month it's Witcher 3, then it's Metal Gear Solid.
That was my favourite game, Zach.
Then it's
Just Dance 2016.
Oh, that game blew me away.
my life.
It's like the graphics look so real.
So real. Wow.
It's like
Much
watching a
graphic.
video.
Very dance. How did you like Fallout New Vegas?
I've been playing that again too, going back on it. But yeah, I think I love it, but not as much as I love Fallout 3.
Fair enough. My opinion is that Fallout New Vegas is the best one.
Yeah, I noticed this a lot. The people who loved Fallout New Vegas more than 3 hated 4, but the people who loved 3 liked 4.
Yeah. It seems...
No, I never played New Vegas, and Fallout 3, I got to the part where they were trying to kill you and you had to try to escape the shelter, whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
And I kept getting lost and couldn't find the exit,
What,
so I turned
the
it
beginning?
off and never went
Is this
back.
the beginning?
Yeah, right at the beginning.
You didn't even make it outside.
No, I didn't go outside.
Oh, that's one of the best moments. Like when you step outside into the wasteland for the first time, and the sun's so bright, and
Yeah.
I had that in Oblivion.
Oh yeah, Oblivion is better.
years
It was even
ago.
better. Oh my god.
Yeah, I liked that one until I went into my first, whatever the hell it's called, where you go into the other dimension-y thing.
The Oblivion games.
Yeah, and it was just like, that's crap.
That's crap.
I don't like combat in these games.
No, yeah, to be fair, combat's a little bit.
Just run around like, "Meh."
Yeah, Fallout I'm starting to love a little bit more. It's better. The second playthrough is definitely better than the first, because in the second you know what you're doing.
Like when you come back, when you play it for the first time as well, it had that massive weight of hype on it.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for that amazing moment where it would really grab me, and it never really took me because it just built upon something it already had. Then that's why I kind of got bored with it. But now I'm going back to it, kind of respecting its good points a bit more fairly. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah. But where's the words? I lost it. I lost that train of thought. It just went right off the cliff.
Dave's poking the camera like it's just with something. I'm not entirely sure what.
It's my penis.
I thought you might say that. Moving on swiftly.
Swiftly? We've only been doing this for 20 minutes.
Yeah, words. I've been playing the new PlayStation Plus game, Broforce.
I have been too.
Seriously?
I've downloaded it, but I've not touched it.
It was so in tune.
I'd rather play my Xbox One.
Your Xbox One?
I actually downloaded some games and was playing on it this weekend.
Oh my god, it works again, it's alive.
Sometimes I keep having to pull the controller out and back in. I've disconnected the Kinect because that keeps crashing all the time.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm down to just hopefully playing with a wired controller but having to keep connected and disconnect it.
Fair enough. But Broforce is really good. Broforce is amazing. It's so much fun. Do you understand
what is Broforce?
Broforce is a 8-bit side-scrolling shooter.
You say 8-bit, but I bet even 16-bit couldn't do it.
16-bit. I don't even know what the difference is. What's the difference between 8-bit?
Yeah, it's just one of those retro pixel games.
Yeah, retro pixely games, yeah. And you play as 80s action icons. Well, not even 80s action icons, but like throughout movie history. Except, so you play as, the Terminator, you'll play like RoboCop, Neo, Indiana Jones, goes on and on. But they replace part of their name with Bro.
Oh.
So you've got Indiana Brones, you've got the Brominator, Robocop, Bro in Black,
Bromando.
Bro, yeah, and basically you start a level, and you spawn as one of the bros, and then as you're moving through the level, killing everyone, you will rescue other bros, which will act as a next life if you die. And as soon as you rescue the next bro, you also become that bro. So there's an interesting little kind of risk versus reward mechanic. It's ever so small, because obviously you would like an extra life. But if you're playing as a bro that you really like and are really good with, you're kind of you're basically giving him up to play as to gain an extra life. And as you go through the level, you're shooting like bad guys and vehicles and dogs and stuff. And you if you get hit once by like a bomb or falling block or a bullet, you die instantly. It's really quick. Like, everything just happens so fast. It's hard to keep up with it sometimes. But it's just.
Is it
so
like
fun.
a
so much
Contra, like a Metal Slug sort of game?
Yeah, it's kind of like Metal Slug, except
it's just not as good.
You know what?
Metal Slug's
I think it's better than Metal Slug. Because the best thing about Broforce is that you can there's sort of like two ways you can sort of tackle the game, in the sense that you can spawn and then just like run as quickly through the level, shooting as many people as you possibly can, explosions, yay. Or you can sort of like, there are bits where you can literally just burrow underground and skip entire sections, and then sort of like destroy the ground so much that it all falls down and crushes everyone instantly. And there's sort of like this weird little bit of strategy that kind of floats around every now and then. But then you can just throw all that away and just like gun everyone down, which is equally as fun. And each of the bros has they all have different weapons and stuff and different special abilities to make them like easier or harder to work with. Like, one of the most annoying things about the Terminator or the Brominator, he has a minigun, but as you fire the minigun, he slowly slides backwards, and you can fall off the map and die, which is unfortunate. Neo, what is Neo called? Is he just
Bro.
Is it just bro, or like Nebro or something?
That sounds very close to being slightly
racist.
Yeah,
that would have been very racist. That would have been. Let's pretend that almost never happened. Neo he can't shoot, so he only has fists. So, like, it's actually really difficult to play as him. Blade's in it. He's just broed or braid or something.
Something like that.
And he's just got a sword, and you just go around like just slicing everyone. And it's just so much. It's just generally so much fun. And like, if you shoot someone in the head, they will run around. Their head will disappear, then they'll run around the map for a bit with their arms up in the air with blood spewing everywhere. And like, if you shoot dead bodies enough, eventually they explode. If you kill a bad guy and throw him at a dog, the dog will eat the bad guy. It's just the most ridiculous game. And like, whenever you start a mission, there's like an over voice kind of your boss. And he's going, Broforce! Go! 3, 2, 1, go! And it's just like, everything's just so perfect. It's just so amped up to the perfect degree. It's just awesome fun. Also, it has co-op, which I can imagine, I haven't played yet, but I can imagine it must be.
Oh, it's even more crazier. Because when you're playing alone, you're looking at the barrels which explode and can kill you.
Yeah.
So you have to be on the lookout with those. But playing with 3 other people, 2 other people, or even 1 other person, they might even shoot a barrel and it'll just drop on you and then boom.
Yeah.
And also, what really pissed me off with my 2 friends is that the helicopter, to complete most levels, you get on the ladder on the helicopter and it shoots away with explosions happening.
Oh yeah, it's the best thing.
But with more people, as soon as one person jumps onto the ladder, it will go off, leaving other people behind.
Oh, okay. So a little bit of competition.
So yeah, it was always one person that always got on it first that then flew off as we just died.
Yeah, and it's like, when you're selecting your mission level, basically it kind of comes up with like a little world map, and you've got this little helicopter and you're flying around to each mission. And some of the descriptions of the levels are just, there's like one where he's just like, these people, you're like supposed to be in like Vietnam, and the description of the level is, these guys look different to us. Let's deal with it, or something like that.
Yeah.
It's just like perfectly summing up the kind of action, like 80s action hero motive. It kind of reminds me of the whole what's it called? David, what's that film we was talking about?
Kung Fury.
Kung Fury, yeah. It kind of falls in that similar vein where it just takes...
See, I do come in handy every now and again.
Yeah, it's just like it comes in kind of in the vein of that. And considering it's come out on PlayStation Plus and it's free, you'd be an absolute crazy person to ignore it.
It was vote to play as well.
Yeah, I voted for it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, it's got to be that. How can it be anything else?
I actually voted for Action Hanks.
Oh my life!
Because I thought it looked like much about a game.
The other two that are nominated, they go on sale, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
Come out with,
discount.
yeah, so I might pick that up afterwards.
Yeah.
But as soon as Broforce came on, I was like, that's the game I've been waiting for. This is it.
Yeah, it's really fun when you get all the references for the bros.
Yeah, there are some of the bros I don't actually know who they are.
Yeah.
So they must be like some more cult classic films. But most of them I get. It's just there's one where it's like you instead of just being one guy, you're two people.
Yeah, I don't know where they're from.
I don't know what they're from. Yeah, and you just like if you get shot, one of them dies and the other one continues. I don't know who they are.
And the special ability is you revive the other.
Yeah. I need to figure out who they are. But that is pretty. I've summed up my week there. That's pretty much been it. That's what I've been doing. Yay.
So,
Well,
that sounds good there. I might actually play Broforce. I've also downloaded is it Galaxy?
yeah, Galaxy. Yeah, I haven't played that.
I've heard that's meant to be amazing, but I've not played it either. So, Luke, what have you been doing this week?
Oh, where should I start?
At the beginning.
Okay.
Monday.
So already mentioned I've been playing Fallout 4.
Do you have anything to add to our conversation? We covered it.
Bit overrated, but okay.
Did you hear about the Fallout 4 DLC?
No.
Well, yeah, the fact that they've changed the price of the season pass and then they're doing all the other bits and bobs.
Yeah, so
I'm unaware of this.
So from every month, beginning with April, I think, or this month, they're releasing like a small pack. Like the first one, I believe, is the robot where you build your own robots. And then next month is another DLC pack, and then the month after is the big story one.
Okay.
But because of the reception Fallout 4 got, they're deciding to make 3 more DLC packs. And so they're bumping up the season pass price to 40
Oh my
instead
God.
of 20.
So if you already
So they
own the
probably-
season pass,
No,
If you already
don't
own
have to
it, you
pay.
still have it for that price.
You don't have to pay if you already own it. And they
Okay.
did give a small window of time to go, hey, we've got all this. It's going to
Yeah, but technically, they have to legally give you 2 weeks' notice.
be...
So,
Not
you
be
know,
just dicks and go, well, now you have to pay 20 more pounds or 40.
Dying Light did the same thing, I think.
yes.
They gave you like a month, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I already had it,
yeah.
so...
Legally, they have to give you notice. They can't just change the price suddenly.
Fair enough.
Yeah. But also, I'm looking forward to the survival difficulty they'll add for free in the update, where it just turns it into Dark Souls. Like,
What, do you mean like a really slow, unresponsive
So-
game?
Don't
Add-
say that, David. It's a great game.
so as to the survival difficulty, so you can't fast travel.
Oh, my life.
Yeah.
Almost as bad as Splatoon.
Almost as bad as Splatoon.
That game is the best multiplayer game last year.
It's no wonder we don't get anything sent off Nintendo anymore.
No, Splatoon was the best multiplayer game last year.
Oh, God, no. I reviewed Super Mario Maker, and ever since then they've not sent any game since. I gave it 3 out of 5 and said it wasn't very good.
3 out of 5 though is a decent score.
Yeah.
6 out of 10.
But my main complaint was the pad. I hate the pad, it's rubbish.
You kill a man with that pad. It's basically a weapon.
But, yeah, and it just... you can't heal through stim packs as much.
Okay.
You receive double damage.
Double damage.
And there's loads of other stuff I forgot. And then there's the mod support for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. That time...
Have they actually gone into detail on that yet? Are they still saying...
What they said was,
yeah,
it will come out for PC first, then Xbox, then PS4. But they're beta testing it.
we might get that in 3 years' time.
But I'm interested to see if it will work. Because they'll immediately replace every Deathclaw with Ratchet Man Randy Savage.
I don't think that will happen on
Yeah,
console.
that's the thing about on consoles. Like, all the mods are going to be so, like...
They'll have to be
catered
official sort of done.
and curated.
It's just going to be like field of view increase, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't even think it'll be like that. I think it'll be like... There'll probably be, like, sizable changes to the game. But I know the thing about mods is, like, you can always like throw in, like, 3 or 4 at the same time. And I can't imagine Bethesda would support that. I should imagine them, like, finding mods for, like... You see, like, there's I think it's a Skyrim one, or an Oblivion one, where someone had literally made a whole new land based on the cat people. What they were called.
Yeah,
yeah, that was the Khajiit,
the Meowers,
the cat people.
Oh, the cat people. Yeah.
They like made like an entire new land and quests and stuff. And I can imagine them I can imagine Bethesda porting something like that to Fallout on console, but I just can't imagine them doing like the smaller, tinier things, which sometimes are the best bits.
I tell you what, because they've been so vague with what you can and can't do on the consoles, I honestly think it'll end up being like you can swap save files of people's buildings and stuff, so you can just get pre-made buildings and that.
Yeah. I know in Dying Light they've added custom maps from PC. And how long's Dying Light been out? It's been out for a year now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got 3 maps.
A year and 3 months.
Year and 3 months. It's got 3 maps on it. For the last year of how I know it takes a long time to do these kind of things, but all it has at the moment is three maps you can play out of so-called mod support. So I just can't imagine a lot of it filtering through to consoles.
No, I can't see that much myself.
Oh.
But
So another thing, one of the major problems I have with Fallout 4 is, do you know Preston?
Preston, yeah, he's got the same last name as me.
Oh.
Preston Garvey, it's really weird. Hello, Preston. I like to think
he's become sort of a meme among the... And it is justified, because he's the most annoying character you'll ever meet in the game. It'll just be like, hey, I got something for you. A settlement needs your help. Like, oh, I've done that settlement. Oh, good. Another one needs your help. I've got something a bit different for you. A settlement needs your help. And it's just constant feed of settlements.
Yeah. I'd like to know how he gets this information as well, because apparently he has a really good way of communicating with people that no one else has.
I saw a funny theory that he has radar sleeper cells. And he launches them nearby the areas. And he goes, hey, that area needs your help. and then sends you to do the settlement. And then while you're doing that, he launches another Raider sleeper cell.
The funny thing is, I can see it being true. That would just be the best thing in the world.
Yeah. And he's the blandest character in the game.
Yeah. The only feature he has about his personality is the fact that he's self-righteous. That's about it. It's so ridiculous. He's not got any insecurities. He's not flawed in any way.
Yeah, and his voice acting sounds half-assed.
And he's a little bit boring to listen to, and it's just like...
What's funny was, there's I was playing through, and then I encountered a impersonator. Like someone pretending to be him. And the funniest thing I kept laughing at was he had more personality than the actual guy.
You're more Preston Garvey than Preston Garvey is. Oh my god. That's so bad.
Yeah. And it was quite funny, because he was pretending to be a Minuteman. Like going, oh hey, we need donations because the general said. And I just go, oh, I am the general.
I am the general.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And he just goes, oh shit, and runs away.
Amazing.
Oh no, he didn't.
But yeah, moving on from Fallout. Earlier today I was playing, 2 hours ago, I was playing Uncharted 4 beta for the multiplayer.
Oh yeah, that's out this week, isn't it? Oh my god, David's holding something up to the screen, and he's holding up Pokemon? Is that Pokemon?
No, it's a new game called Moon Hunters.
Moon Hunters.
Yeah, I've just been sent codes for it.
Is that the game where you build a farm and then go hunting for stuff at night or something? That sounds like that.
I don't know, I've just read the thing saying that we can't say anything about it until the 7th of the month, which this will go up 6th. Oh well, close enough.
Close enough. This is why we can't have nice things.
I know.
Yeah, but Uncharted, what's funny was, did you hear the story about Phil Spencer, the head of Microsoft, that Xbox mentioned Uncharted 4?
Yeah, I've heard.
They've mentioned Uncharted 4?
Yeah, he said he's looking forward to it. It's going to be a very good game.
Yeah.
And then loads of fanboys just went, oh, you fucker. How dare you treat it like PlayStation hardies and all that. I love how people get so mad about this stuff. He sent really good remarks, like, damning a game because of the platform, whatever, means you're not a true gamer. Boom. Shots fired. Yeah, but... but Phil Spencer is the only man on the planet that has less personality than Preston Garvey. He did say
what you want to say. I think Phil Spencer's done a brilliant job in the last 2 years.
Oh, absolutely. He's done pretty well. I just love how he does the whole, when at E3 or whatever, he wears a game t-shirt under a blazer. Yeah. He's sort of going for the smart casual look. He's looking around, he's got State of Decay or something on his t-shirt. Or at the E3 just gone, he had Limbo. As if Limbo was a new thing.
No, he had Rash.
Was it Rash?
No, it was the logo of the...
Was it where?
Yeah, no, it was the logo for the... I'm trying to think of the actual name. The Battletoads.
Battletoads, yeah. Battletoads. Is that coming? Is that being remade? That's being remade, isn't it?
No.
Well, yeah, I think I've heard something.
They've released Rash as a playable character in Killer Instinct.
Oh, okay.
But they haven't officially announced there's a full game in the works yet.
I'm still sad about where. One of my childhood games was Banjo and Tooie.
Now, I didn't like Banjo, those games.
Yeah, go on.
I liked GoldenEye. I didn't like Perfect Dark. I hated that. What the hell was it called? The third-person shooter.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
No, it was like you and there was a robot dog that walks around.
Oh, I forgot.
No, but I didn't like that game. I thought the controls were horrible. But yeah, I think Rare was a bit overrated, and then when they got bought by way too much.
I'm still going to get Nintendo for selling them. Because now I don't get Banjo free. All got with nuts and bolts.
Mate,
I think
Beaver
Bolt's
great
the
game.
best Banjo game.
That was like someone spit in my face. That was the equivalent.
The problem I have with just about every Nintendo 64 game from that time is it's the same with Conker, it's the same with Banjo, it's the same with Mario. It's the fact that you sort of select a new level, new whatever, turn it on, start it going, then you have to sit and watch 20 minutes before you can even control your character.
That sounds like a game called Order 1886.
Way. Just like
I don't care, I hate that game as well.
worse.
That game doesn't deserve to be.
It's even worse though when a game pretends you've got control and it gives you it to like walk forward. Okay, walk forward. Oh, that's a player game. And then
I was mean like
no,
Uncharted.
Uncharted does it. Metal Gear Solid 5 did it,
yeah.
which really annoyed me. Oh my life. The opening to Metal Gear Solid 5 was the most unbearable thing I've ever had to play in my entire life.
The pacing of the opening was bad.
Oh, it's so bad. And some of it you could literally fail, and I didn't know how to. I was like, what am I supposed to be doing here? I'd just rather they just gave me a massive cutscene. But yeah.
It's one of my best games last year. Like, I really love it.
It's fantastic. It's a fantastic
but
game. It just ends and begins badly.
Again, it's that famous, like, the whole controversy around it of Konami and Kojima. And you can tell, because the ending and other parts of the game are clearly washed. Like, very
it literally kind of just ends without telling you.
Mm.
Oh, by the way, it's ended now, and I was like, what? Like it, it kind of ends where it feels like the end game should begin. So there's that bit where the kids make off with.
are you spoiling?
Salahalantopus, or whatever his name is.
Are we doing a spoiler?
Oh yeah, spoiler alert. Sorry.
Spoiler alert.
I'm sure. I'm sure if anyone's listening to this and they wanted to play Metal Gear, they would have played it by now.
I want to play it, but I haven't played it.
Oh.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I won't listen to what you're saying anyway.
There you go.
But what I hate was the final mission is playing the opening mission over again.
Oh yeah. I got really confused there. I thought I broke the game.
No. I already knew the plot twist beforehand.
Oh right. Oh okay.
So.
Oh shit.
Again, and it does.
I thought that was quick. I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
They could have handled and better explained it better though.
Yeah.
Than played the opening mission and all.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, they could have done that a bit better actually.
Mm. Yeah, I think that'd be the closest I'll spoil. But yeah, there is like a whole section of the game, that whole chapter that didn't end up going in because they were washed.
Some of it like sold as like pre-order DLC or something.
No, it just wasn't completed. Like when you mentioned like when the group of people go off.
That thing I said, yeah.
It never explained, yeah. That's the final chapter.
Jokes.
And there's actually everything explained in it, and then the game's answer to, was that a bit of a plot hole or something, is cassette tapes.
I quite like the cassette tapes. I quite like,
Instead
not gonna lie.
You get cassette tapes.
Yeah, I quite liked it. So I was just like, you can sit in your helicopter, David. You get a little helicopter you get to fly around in.
I know that bit.
Yeah, and you can literally just sit there like kitting out your guy and listening to plot as you're doing it, or
And
like
mix as well.
yeah, and just like when you're like going around killing people, or kidnapping people, whatever you want to do, you can just be like listening to a little bit of plot. And I love it. I think it's amazing. It's just a nice little change of pace instead of just watching like cutscene after cutscene after cutscene.
The one thing that annoys me, like with the you can collect music to play while you just sat. Why is the game set, say, like 1985 or whatever, whenever it's set, but yet it's got music from like the early 90s?
Has it?
Yeah.
It's set in the 80s. Set in like 86,
Yeah,
I think.
Right.
I think all of the music is of its time.
No.
Name
I've heard
one
things
song,
before.
David. Name one
I have
song.
no idea. I don't listen to music.
I'm fairly certain all of it is.
80s. Like, that's because the songs I listened to were all 80s.
Yeah.
I can
It's like
guarantee.
One thing I do know for a fact is some of the songs are not the original songs and they're remixes that are from a later date.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
So it's probably a licensing deal or something.
Hmm.
But yeah, yeah. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, but what I missed was David Hayter's voice as Snake. I've heard that and repeating the last two words of what people say in a question to explain plot.
But I mean, what gets me is I don't see all the uproar about not using David Hayter because it's not the same Solid Snake.
Well, it is Big Boss because there's two different.
They do. Big Boss is in the game. Spoiler. We're really teetering on the edge of spoilers here.
Yeah.
This is so close to Spoilerville.
I've not played it and I don't care and I don't know nothing about it. I could have sworn you play as Big Boss.
Yeah, let's say yeah.
Yes.
And I mean, I don't even know the names of them all. I know there's like Liquid Snake and Solid Snake.
The most confusing.
Isn't Solid Snake the one that's David Hayter?
Okay, so you have Solid Snake, which was Metal Gear Solid 1, 2, and 4. That was David Hayter. But then you have Big Boss, who Solid Snake is a clone of, in 3 and this one, and Peace Walker. And he's also voiced by David Hayter.
Well, he was.
Yeah. But now
he
was replaced.
I mean, I can see where they're going. They probably want to look at putting more distance between the characters.
Because the reason for it, I think, was because Metal Gear Solid 5 is a more serious game. And it wouldn't be that serious if, like, the children are dead, Snake. The children are dead.
Even then, it just has that. That's like it is an incredibly goofy game. It's just the most the way it's even like down to the way it's shot, like camera wise.
The main
Some
problem.
of the camera shots are ridiculous.
Yeah, and he doesn't say anything. He just goes.
Oh, he doesn't say anything. Yeah.
Snake, you need to go here.
He's got a lot of money just to say about 5 sentences.
Yeah, and he does all. He has like the most conversation he has is in the tapes that you listen to. That's when he actually talks.
Yeah, there's more lines there.
That's the only bit he says. That's pretty much the rest of it. He just kind of stares at people quite intently, and lets everyone else do all the talking. And then he'll be like, "Okay, I'm about to go. I'm just going to go shoot some people or kidnap some more people with balloons." Yay! That pretty much sums up Mel.
But there was a way they could have done that, which I won't spoil. That they could have got the original voice actor, David Hayter, but they didn't do it. It's just
Whoa.
So anything else?
But it is a very good, a brilliant game.
Best game 2015.
Witcher 3 was very, very good, though. Witcher 3 was finished.
yeah, it was finished, to be fair.
At least it was like a game that was finished.
It has an ending, whereas Metal Gear Solid 5 doesn't really.
It's just going
sad, which is very, very sad.
It's like Metal Gear Solid 5 and Fallout 4. It's just like, oh, they just fall
What's
flat.
happened to all these games that are like Sega Rally, Ridge Racer, all these sort of really good games? What's happened to all these games? And now all we get are these really crappy things that are like 80 hours long.
Yeah. This is what Broforce is for.
Yeah. But I think they just got owned by companies that just did nothing.
I'd have to turn the PlayStation 4 on.
Like, Ridge Racer, last time I saw that was on 3DS.
I actually really liked that. It was just a shame it wasn't online enabled.
Mm.
I mean, like, you can't see, but I've got 2 cartridges, or I had, on my desk. Oh, where is that the other one? Oh no, that's just the memory card. Oh, I've got 1 cartridge, which is...
Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer 3D. Oh, that is the 3DS one.
Yeah, that was one of the launch games, wasn't it?
Oh, God. Ah, there it is. I've got the other one as well. Oh god, I keep hitting things. And that's the other one, Zachary. It's just Ridge Racer DS.
Oh, just Ridge Racer DS, fair enough.
Yeah. But I don't actually have a 3DS or a DS.
No.
I got rid of it because it was a horrible machine.
David's very controversial on this podcast.
Yeah, I've had my 3DS since like a month after it came out.
I got it the first week it came out. Well, I think it was the second day it came out. I went down and bought one.
Mm.
And it's great.
And the guy that sold it to me, I went up and I said, "Oh, have you got a 3DS in?" And he was like, "Yeah, we've got 1 black and a couple of blue ones." And I basically just said, "Oh, I'll just grab one." And he goes, "Well, what colours?" I don't care, they're all the same. And he got me the black one out, which is probably the better of the bunch, but it still looks horrible.
Yeah, I got the black one.
And I didn't like the glitter effect on it. I don't know why they do that. It's just, we're not all like 5.
Brings out your inner child, David.
Well, my one lost the glitter effect.
And
it's not the same DS no more.
When he sort of handed it over to me and I paid like on my credit card or whatever I paid it, and he sort of said, "What games do you want?" I was like, "None, because there's nothing on it." And he was like, "Well, why are you buying it?" I was like, "We might as well. There's nothing else to buy."
Oh my life!
And then we had a big discussion about how, even though it's a brand new console, it's like 2 years out of date, all technology wise. And he just looked at me funny. He's like, "Well, why are you paying 200 odd quid for it?" I said, "Well, I want Ridge Racer. I've got Ridge Racer on every other console, so I needed to get it on the 3DS."
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, but the best game...
I might even buy a PS Vita just to get the Ridge Racer on that.
To be fair though, I mean...
No.
I have my Vita, and I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah.
It's not... It's just basically got every other indie game you could want.
It plays at a lower resolution and it's not optimised very well.
Oh, it depends on the game.
But that doesn't matter now because...
Resolution's not that much problem because it's a small screen.
Most of the Vita games are getting remastered for the PS4.
Oh, they really?
Yeah, like Gravity Rush was one of the recent ones that got remastered.
Oh yeah, it got remastered, didn't it?
There's one of the PlayStation Plus games last month was Persona Arena Ultimax, which was a series I was recommended a lot because I'm huge into RPGs. And then when I played it, I was like, "This is fucking good." Right, this is really good.
I might
the
have to play
characters,
that then.
yeah, the characters.
I hear it's really good,
great.
yeah. And since I have my Vita, I might as well. I download I get all of the PlayStation Plus games anyway. Download them every month, just in case.
Get on my hunt, like, go, okay, is there any main games like to do, like Persona 4? It's like, oh, PSP, that's good. Like, and then I went on a hunt for PSP, And then I went back on it and realised, oh no, it's a PS Vita. And then I just went back here and went, okay, where's the PS Vita? Who has a PS Vita? And yeah, I'm still continuing this hunt for a PS Vita with Persona 4.
Mental notes. Persona need to play.
PS Vita, get it.
PlayStation Vita.
Just get it on the PS2. It's cheap as hell.
I know.
You do that as well.
I need to get a PS2 again and play all the games of my childhood.
Ratchet and Clank. Oh my life, what a game.
Jack and Daxter.
Jack and Daxter 2. Oh my life.
Oh, I played Jack 2 on PS3, the HD remaster.
Isn't it awful? I hear it's really bad.
I've never been so angry at a game before.
Isn't it? Yeah, isn't it like really poorly optimized and the frame rate's awful and...
I think that's the Precocious Legacy. The first
really?
one.
Okay, yeah.
But 2 and 3 were fine.
Okay.
But 2,
But they were like that when they originally came out, but people didn't realise how bad they were at the time.
Great game. Great game.
No. I thought they were great.
Absolutely great. Loved them.
Oh, yeah, Uncharted beta.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we was on this earlier, yeah.
It handles amazing. It's just like Last of Us, really. Last of Us multiplayer. Except Uncharted.
Last was actually quite good.
Yeah.
It was like one of those games, it wasn't amazing. It was
They
decent.
didn't wash it so that people don't trade it in like All Day in 86, where the first week it was like £40 and then 2 weeks later it was like 10. Then it's
And that's still £8 too much.
yeah, it's like £1 an hour.
I really want to play it for some reason. It's one of those games where everyone's just slaying it so much, I'm like, I have to play it now.
I'd probably like it because to me it'll be a okay game to play and it's only like 4 hours long.
Exactly.
Yeah, 3 hours.
To me it'd be amazing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really good. But I've been playing a lot of betas. Like I just downloaded the Hitman one, the Division.
The Hitman one, the open one. Is it open?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Now.
I guess I'll play that.
Yeah, the Division beta was down there.
I was pleasantly surprised at how well it played,
I didn't like it.
but
I didn't really
also
like it.
surprised at how bad
I didn't
it
like
looked.
it. I thought it was definitely overpriced for what it will be.
Basically, Destiny.
It's gonna be the Destiny
Thing
of
is,
this
yeah,
year.
it's like I have this problem with like shooters trying to be realistic and then being not realistic. Like saying the Division, it's like you're super realistic. You're supposed to be going through you're in a super realistic New York. All your guns are super realistic. It looks super realistic. You shoot a guy in the head.
100,000 shots later.
Yeah, and he doesn't die, and it annoys me. And the same happens on Fallout. I
Yeah.
just think about that. That's one of.
I tell you, did any of you guys
Really annoys me.
get into the Trackmania Turbo beta?
No.
Trackmania Turbo.
I tried to get in so hard, and it wouldn't let
I
me.
don't know what it is. What is it?
You're dead to me.
Wait, was it a game where you...
Trackmania Turbo.
It's a racing game
Right.
Yeah.
that's basically the tracks you're racing on are like a roller coaster,
Trackmania Turbo.
and it's just to get from start to finish as quickly as possible with all the ghosts, times, and stuff.
Was it at E3? At
Yes.
Ubisoft? Yeah. Yeah, I know it.
And I got into the beta. I downloaded it, but every time I loaded it up to the title screen and the intro video. You selected the start button, and then it sort of said, whenever it's doing this icon, don't turn it off because it'll corrupt your hard drive, whatever, like it always does. So you click on A to next, and then the screen went black, and it just reset back to the start of the Xbox home screen.
Beta.
So
Successful beta.
I never played it in 4 days. I never played it once.
Amazing.
Bastards. I really wanted to play that as well.
But I don't usually judge betas. Like, Destiny's beta. I was like, okay, this will be good. And then I told my dad, like, yeah, this is what I want for Christmas. And then when the reviews came out, like, oh, it's really underrated. It's not underrated, overhyped and not good. And then I just phoned my dad right away and went, don't get it.
Yeah, once you played the beta, you pretty much played the game.
Yeah.
The problem I have in the last, I'd say 2 years, nearly all of these betas that we're getting, they're not betas, they're demos.
Yeah, essentially.
Because a beta is there to test servers and to implement changes that they see is needed. Now, to implement changes needs 2 or 3 months, and then it needs another month to go to processing and to get the discs manufactured. So, these betas that are coming out 2 weeks before the game's out, say, no, that's just a demo.
I think, yeah, they primarily use it for server stuff.
Rainbow Six had a beta 2 days before release.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like Halo 5. They had their beta a year before release, which that makes sense.
Yeah, it's become a bit of a buzzword now. It's kind of it's like marketing speak now.
Yeah, that's it. It's a sexier word than demo. So is that everything, Luke?
Well, I'm going quite long. I'm getting into Mass Effect again.
We're not having the interview this week, are we, guys?
Yeah. Oh, Mass Effect's the best.
Yes, with the most disappointing ending ever.
Pretty much.
Oh, who cares?
The journey there is just the best. It's just there's 3 games before that, and I love those 3 games.
The first one I loved until I got to the Citadel.
The elevator.
And then I had the same problem I had with
all these. It's quite difficult to get around, actually. Yeah.
I just got lost and just turned it off. And then when I turned it back on, I had no idea what was going on, so I just never went back to it. And the second one, I just turned it on. The ship exploded. I got remade or something. And then I just turned it off and I couldn't be bothered.
Mass Effect 1 took me quite a while to get into.
David, the way you play games is just the best. I turn it on, something happened. I turn it off again, never went back to it. It's pretty much like every game. It's amazing.
Last of Us, daughter died. I went, oh, that's a buzzkill. Turn it off.
To be fair though, Zack, to be fair, that was when I was pirating games for the 360, so I had like 10 games to try every week.
Oh, even so, I mean, if you're gonna, like, especially with like Mass Effect, it's a game that lasts like 60 hours or whatever.
But to me, I don't want to play a game that lasts 60 hours. I want to play a game that lasts 4 hours.
That's true. But even if you just played like...
That's why I loved... What the hell was it? The IDOS game, the 2 guys... The something dogs.
Oh, what,
There's a bit in it where he's naked.
Yeah.
Getting beaten up.
Not dogs. Isn't it Kane and Lynch?
Kane and Lynch, yes. What was the sequel called? I'm sure it was like...
Kane Lynch 2... Is it Dog Days or something?
Dog Days, yeah.
I can't remember. I'm sure it was something like that. But yeah, things like that, where the story keeps you going, and it's it's only like 4 or 5 hours long, and it's just long enough just to have a couple of sit-ins and you're done. I don't want to sit and spend 60 hours in a game.
Last of Us played 4 hours of Mass Effect, like.
When I got Last of Us around launch, I didn't turn it off. I took a break for it. I spent 12 hours straight completing it.
Oh my life. 10 to 12 hours. Oh my god.
Yeah, 12 hours. I was like, and when I completed it, I was like, oh, well, I guess I should go to sleep.
I got to the bit where the woman that's with you gets killed, and then you're escaping from the guards in that big mansion thing.
Yeah.
And then you turn
That's
it off.
as far as I got. Which, that's about an hour and a half into it.
I can't wait for the sequel.
I don't know.
If they make a sequel...
They are.
I hope they make I hope Joel and Ellie aren't in it, but they can't do it because it would just be pointless.
I think it will be. I think it will be at the start you play as Joel, but then something happens to him, like he dies or
whatever. Then you become Ellie, and then you got or something.
And it'll focus on life without Joel, sort of thing.
Yeah. But I hope it doesn't, because that story's so well encapsulated in that game. It kind of it begins nicely, it ends nicely. It's a nice little package, nice little bow. Cool.
Yeah, but
leave
their
it
story,
alone, please.
Their story didn't end though.
It didn't, but
it was a great ending.
It's still kind of brought round to a nice little conclusion, and you can just accept the fact that they lived the rest of their lives and died happy. I'm happy to accept that. That's what I want to know.
Are they running out of ideas? Because Naughty Dog, they've always done like 3 games within the series on one platform. Then the next platform comes along, and then they completely change it up to something completely different. Whereas they've done 3 Uncharted games, and then Sony have said, "Oh, you might as well do the 4th one." And then they've done 1 Last of Us, and now Sony's saying, "Oh, you might as well do that one as well on this platform." Instead of like giving them something new to do.
Yeah, in the end, it's like.
And if they go, "Oh, we don't want to do this," we'll just reboot Jack and Daxter or something.
Crash Bandicoot.
No, they can't do Crash Bandicoot because they don't own the rights.
Who owns Crash Bandicoot?
Activision.
Really? Oh god.
Yeah, because it was Vivendi who owned them, then Activision and them all joined together, didn't they? Because it's like they're called like Blizzard, Vivendi, Activision, or something stupid.
Yeah. Activision Blizzard, they're called.
Yeah, so it's all they're all a big monopoly. They own like everything. They're even trying to buy Ubisoft out there on the sly. I think they've got like 20% of them now.
You're looking forward to the new Call of Duty this year?
I don't care. I hope it's Ghosts too.
Watch
just so we can all laugh at it.
It's just everyone's suffering from fatigue now. It's like future. Oh.
Too much future.
Like, did you hear the news about Battlefield 5? Like the rumours? Apparently
it's supposed to be set in like World War One or something.
Yeah, I hope it does.
Actually, I can't imagine would be. The thing is, World War One basically revolved around 2 factions running at each other and getting slaughtered. So I can't imagine that'd make a great game.
I'm pretty
they
sure will do an alternate, like...
Yeah, probably, yeah.
In World War One, the best tactic to use was to send a group of 100 men first, just so the second lot of troops had bodies to hide behind to not get shot.
Yeah, so...
I don't think
I can't imagine Battlefield doing that very well.
There's been World War One games with trench warfare, but low budget sort of games, nothing major.
Nothing huge,
yeah, all the ones I can think of are World War Two games, especially the Call of Duty ones.
I mean, what was Vanguard? Was that a World War One?
I think that was World War Two, wasn't it?
I can't remember. That's going back.
Was that a Medal of Honor game?
I might be getting the name wrong, but there was one in the late 90s. It was just called, like, Vanguard.
Oh, really? Okay. Maybe I'm thinking something else then.
Yeah.
But I hope, like, it is, like, set in World War One and it sells well, and then Activision will be like, oh, people are still interested in games set in World War One and Two, and then they get someone like Treyarch to do a Call of Duty set in World War One or something.
The problem now, though...
But then it'll be a step back, it would look like.
Because Call of Duty, like last year, the Advanced Warfare, it introduced like the boost jumps and the dodges and whatnot. Now with the, was it Black Ops 3, whatever it came out, they still had those sort of features within the multiplayer. So I mean, if they were to do like a Call of Duty set within World War One, then would the multiplayer drop everything they've been building for the last like 15 years?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well, I think unless they split it again to go down.
Well, yeah, it might just
route,
be.
Can you imagine running around with a musket? Not musket. whatever gun you had, like shooting someone and then getting 100 points plus 20 for headshot.
Yeah.
And in World War One, it just wouldn't fit at all. It would just be completely ridiculous. Like triple kill, yeah. It wouldn't work. They'd have to.
UAV on standby.
Yeah, exactly.
They might do something like where the single player game is like a 4 or 5 hour stealth tactics based World War One game, but the multiplayer is still modern warfare sort of thing.
Maybe. Even if they stripped it back to how it was in COD 4, maybe they could get away with that.
But the problem is, in World War One, the warfare was not like that.
No, it wasn't. Like you said, they spent the entire time hiding behind bodies and getting gassed. That was pretty much it. Not exactly fun.
I mean, like I said,
it was not fun, Jeff.
it was just all trenches, wasn't it? They're just all sat in trenches.
Exactly, yeah.
There was
Most
no
of them
movement
waiting.
on either side. They just sat there.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see if they're doing Battlefield set in World War One. It'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
I honestly think even if they say it's World War One, they'll still just do all the features like it is now. They'll just strip back like the boosts and stuff, but it'll still play very similar. They'll just change the graphical style just to make it look a bit more grainy and brown. You know?
Yay.
It's kneeling sludge.
But I would like a realistic one where like one shot you're dead. You don't. I'll take cover here and let myself heal until the blood goes away from my eyes.
But I don't think they can get away with doing things like that. Not in a AAA sort of game, because people who buy those games, they won't like it.
It's really hard to talk about.
They have to make things like that for the mass market.
It's just going to escalate to future. We're going to run out of ideas eventually. But it's lost its relatable touch. Like, realistic. Like, the World War II ones did well because it was like a history lesson in World War II. And Modern Warfare, the Call of Duty 4, did well because it was modern day.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but my first-person shooty games was Doom, which I absolutely loved. And then it went up to like Exhumed, which was an amazing game. And then Duke Nukem 3D, which was on the Sega Saturn, was an amazing port. And then I went on to like Quake 3 Arena and Unreal Tournament. I loved them.
Yeah.
And then I went on to like, GoldenEye for the multiplayer. Single player was awful. I don't care what anyone says. Multiplayer was fun. And then it was Halo, and that's basically where I've stepped. I mean, I did get Call of Duty 2 on the 360 launch, which I hated. I didn't even complete the training mission. I just sold it. I just hated how that game felt.
I didn't think I finished that either.
And then 3, I played, but I didn't like it. And then Call of Duty 4, I never played. Call of Duty, the World at War, I never played. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I played, and I thought it was really overhyped, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, loads of people keep going about that one, going, that's the best. This is the highest point they reached. I thought...
No.
I think Black Ops 1 is my favourite one.
I never played that either.
Because that had a really good story.
I've only played with the newer ones, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I think they're the only ones I've played.
What I hate is they get different writers for each one. Like Black Ops 1, it had a really great story involving brainwashing, the Cold War, everything about it was great. And then Black Ops 2, it just went, nope. And he goes, this character dies, this character dies, this character was not badass no more.
I mean, like, what do you guys think about their experiment, what Activision are doing? I don't know if they've already done it or they're going to do it soon, where they were releasing Call of Duty Black Ops 3, is that the newest one?
Yeah.
No, what's...
Black Ops 3 is newest.
Basically, the newest one, they're releasing it on Steam as the multiplayer only,
Oh, yeah.
free to play.
Yeah.
So I guess they're seeing if that works, and then they might... Because I know, like, the 360 and the PS3, that was only multiplayer only on them.
It was turned into, like, pay to win one.
I've gotten, like, every Call of Duty since Black Ops 1, I think. Yeah. And I think I have a better relationship with wrestling than it. Yeah, because wrestling is like, I hate it so much, but I love to hate it, and then when it's good, it's this is why I love it, and then it goes back to being shit, and I still watch it because it's like meeting the girl of your dreams, and then she punches you in the face every minute.
What?
It's really hard to explain.
I'll let you into a little secret. I watched wrestling until I was 12, and then I've worked out that it was rubbish, and I've not seen it since. And what's that now? Like 23 years ago?
Those 2 hours, like my life, when I was like 5 to 9, where I believed it was real. And then I was like, oh, one of those John Cena fanboy like that. And then when I got back into it, when I was 12, I think, no, 13, 14, I understood it from like, oh, this, like, the wrestling's real, but not, like, it's all scripted, like, the outcome is set, and is great when it's good. But most of the time it's shit, you can just yell at. That's the thing I love about wrestling, like the crowd chants, like you can hear them go like boring and holy shit. And I would love in like if it was like a school play or something, someone just goes boring. every time someone.
The only thing I like about wrestling is when you see some people talk about it that are like 30-year-old men who still think it's like real.
Oh.
That's the best thing about wrestling.
And they always wear the Cena shirts. It's always the...
I don't know who Cena is.
He's like a guy that keeps... Have you heard the meme?
The only ones I know is Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Jake the Snake Roberts, Legion of Doom, Earthquake.
Yeah, the old ones.
Yeah.
The WWF era.
Yes. I don't think I've ever seen it since it changed from that name.
Cena's really the Hogan. Like...
What, racist?
No. And who? Who's Hogan? We don't know anything about Hogan.
Never won anything.
Yeah, we took him down from all the sites and everything.
Which...
It's a bit like Adam Johnson. Who's that?
Which is a very hard move because...
He never played for England, did he? We don't support
John
those
Terry,
types.
who's he?
I still think they don't care about a bit of racism, don't the football?
But yeah,
fiddling, that's different though. You know,
he kind of wins nearly like Cena's famous for bowing young talent, just like winning, and like he represents everything that's wrong to wrestling for some people. I'm just one of those that go, yeah, he's there, and he wins. Yeah.
So do you subscribe to the WWE Network?
Nope.
You should do.
I know it's a good deal, but...
It's a good deal, but you're just paying for shit.
Well, NXT I love, like the training wrestling program.
What's NXT?
It's where they train like upcoming like future wrestlers who will soon be on WWE. And it's brilliant. It's really weird that the training program is better than the actual program they're trying to get to.
Yeah, but I guess when you're out there and if people like you, you can sign multi-million-pound deals, whereas when you're training, you're just working on like minimum wage. So they want the big money.
It does seem like, because it's owned by the guy who soon will be the head of WWE, and he knows wrestling. It's Triple H, and he's building like all this, like the Cena killers basically, and then he's not bringing them up because every time they bring a wrestler up from NXT to the main program WWE, they always bury them. Like they always like shoot them down and don't give them a chance.
Alright, so while you're talking, I'm just gonna Google something. Because, here we go. The 1-2-3 Kid.
Yeah.
What did he change his name to?
The 1-2-3 Kid. I don't remember.
1-2-3 Kid and X-Pac.
That's it.
Which I have no idea who he is.
Do you know DX?
No.
Well, he was always the guy there in the group.
Because this guy, the only reason why I know the 1-2-3 Kid is because he came in as a no-name wrestler to do one match with someone quite famous and get beat. But his opponent pulled a muscle and couldn't kick out or something. So he actually won the match, which he wasn't supposed to. So quickly they had to give him a name and they just called him the 1-2-3 Kid. And he became quite famous.
I like it when mistakes happen. Like, do you know
like when the guy falls off the thing and breaks his neck and dies. Oh no, that's not really funny, is it? Was that Owen Hart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really bad. Because when I went back to watch that pay-per-view, and then afterwards, you can tell people are still very shocked. Even the commentators.
Do you reckon the people at the back were going, "She fell over, she fell over"?
I don't think. I doubt it. But do you know the Hogan versus Psycho Sid match at WrestleMania, I think?
No.
Well, what was it?
That might have been when Hogan came back into it, which...
It was funny because it was the match
he left
for...
to go to WCW or something, didn't he?
Because Hogan has this undefeated streak or whatever. Like, he never loses. But then the match was supposed to end by DQ, like some guy running in and breaking up the pin. But the guy never ran in. And, oh wait, okay, it was the leg drop. Do you know his finisher? No one's ever kicked out of it. And some guy was meant to go in, break up the pin, ends in DQ, all good. But then the guy didn't run in, and so the guy had to kick out of the leg drop. And then Hogan was just, like the most pissed off person you'll ever see. And then the guy, camera cuts the guy running again, and he's got this I'm late shit.
I had to go for that big dump.
And it's just like they didn't know what to do, and so they just started punching Hogan until they just all went their separate ways.
All their separate ways.
Yeah.
It sounds like wonderful. So see ya, bye-bye. Have a nice day.
I remember the Bushwhackers as well. They were cool.
Yeah. Look back now,
They had
good old wrestlers. I never liked Hogan that much, though.
No, my favourite was always Ultimate Warrior.
Yeah, I didn't get his finisher as well. You just fall in you just jump on some guy's back.
I mean, it's going back, as I say, about 25 years now. I weren't really a big fan of it even then. I just watched it because my brother had it on.
And then, was the end of the famous...
He also was a fan of Power Rangers as well, so you know.
Not Power Rangers.
Power Rangers
and Spider-Man
is one of the only one I watched was Dino Thunder, and that was it.
So many good ones before that.
I know.
It's all on Netflix now as well.
I just didn't. I don't know. I prefer the Japanese Power Rangers than the English ones.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, 'cause the English one seems like way too cheesy.
It's awful. It's so bad. So
And
acted.
the acting as well, it really gets me.
Well then, guys, should we stick to some games then?
Oh yeah. We went right off topic there. So, yeah, okay, I think that's all I've been playing this week.
Right then, I will quickly, and I mean quickly, go through some of the games I've been playing.
Yeah.
First of all, because of my work, I am a fully qualified first aider.
Yay.
Which is rubbish.
Oh.
But I got 3 days off work to do it. So that's good.
Mm.
So, because of my Xbox One, I downloaded the Sherlock Holmes... I can't even remember what the hell it's called now.
Crime Punishment?
Oh, that is the most hilarious game.
And I did a bit of live streaming this morning, because I come in at like 7 o'clock in the morning, so I do a bit of streaming at that time.
Mm.
And I turned it on saying, I'm just going to have 5 minutes, and then I'll have my breakfast or whatever. I've ended up playing it for like 45 minutes. And it's not too bad.
I don't like it. But I think it's because I'm too clever for it or something. Because I'm a big mystery guy. But it's very funny to make fun of though, and accusing the wrong people. Like,
I got to the bit where we were waiting behind this shed and watching for someone to break in. So I didn't actually... I know why I stopped streaming it. When my guy went round to the front of the building to confront him, it must have tried to load the next bit of the game, and it just crashed and went straight back. I think my Xbox is really dying. Yeah, so that crashed as well. So that's why I turned that off, right? I also played the Goat Simulator, the bundle. So I had like 15 minutes on the original, and then 15 minutes on both DLC packs. And I still do not get that game.
oh, thank God. I never thought it was funny.
And will say, I was quite impressed with the zombie mode, just because you have to try and turn people to zombies, and that's quite fun.
That game, like, oh, when you go into the walls, the goat's head goes like crazy. Oh, okay. And oh, you can jump really high and then do flips and smack into people. All right. Is there any more to the game? No, that's just it. Oh.
Yeah.
But the Flappy Bird on the TV, though. Yeah.
Which I remember you weren't probably here, Zach, at the time, but when it first came out, we had 3 or 4 people that used to go on and on about it so much.
Oh.
So I bought it on the PC, and I sort of said, well, what do you do? I was just walking around pit things. But that's it. That's not a game.
Yeah, that's a game. That's a game.
What about if I go on about Undertale? Would you get... Or have you played Undertale?
I've not played that either.
Okay, Undertale is the best game ever. Undertale is one of the best RPGs. You must play Undertale. It's really...
not like RPGs.
Well,
Zelda is the most overrated game of all time.
It's a game worth checking out, though.
Oh my life.
So I had a quick go at another beta, Gigantic. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of it. It was shown off at Microsoft's E3 last year.
Oh, I might have remembered it.
It seemed quite fun. It's basically, I'd have a guess, like a Mowbray type thing, but it's like a third-person shooter. And you control one of the characters, and you've got to try and build up your stats for your your main person that sits behind you. And when you get so far into the level, you can build their stats up, and then they'll take over to fight the other monster. And it was quite fun. And considering they're saying this, that was just to test how it worked, and I quite enjoyed that. It looked really nice, like a really cartoony sort of art style. Just seeing what else. Yeah, I also played the Uncharted 4 beta. I selected the single player mode because I don't play with people. I don't play with others. And same problem I had with The Last of Us, and the same problem I have with Assassin's Creed. The fact that you're walking along and all of a sudden you get stuck to a wall. And it's just like, I can't be arsed with that. So I turned that off pretty quickly. So, on the other Uncharted, do you actually have the whip thing to swing?
No.
Is that new to this one?
It's new.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
One thing I appreciate about Assassin's Creed is the climbing actually feels real, whereas Uncharted seems more jumpy. That's
all I was doing on this. I was just pressing the jump button, just popping up and down.
So it's like jump, 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 jump. Whereas Assassin's Creed, you have to run along the wall and grab onto that ledge, then that ledge.
Nah, I hate both of them anyway.
And then fall into the world because you got Unity and it's bad.
Unity is actually secretly one of the best Assassin's Creed games. Did you know that?
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is. It actually is.
It's not. It's not.
It is.
It's not.
So, I also played a few mobile games this week. There's a new Futurama game that came out, which isn't optimised at all. All the menu screens are jerky to hell. And the main game is it's not just a Connect 3, it's a Connect 4 game.
Whoa.
So you have to have 4 colours that match together.
That's insane.
And yes, they are separate, different shapes. Each colour's a different shape. Because I'm colourblind, I've got to go match the shapes, and that takes way too much concentration to actually look at each individual shape. And I just couldn't be bothered with that. I had a quick go at Dream League Soccer, which the game pitches it. Imagine that all the leagues have been disbanded and the top 5 teams from each league joined one Super League to create 4 leagues or something. And I tell you what, for a mobile football game, it actually played really well. I think it plays better than the FIFAs and the ISSs. Or the PES, sorry. Yeah, it's not ISS anymore, is it? Jesus Christ, I haven't been ISS for about 15 years. And the last game that I played it's called Fire Fu, which it's a very similar mechanic for, like, Fruit Ninja, where there's monsters on screen and you swirl your finger around to create fire, and you've got to try and destroy all the enemies with the fire. But it looks absolutely gorgeous. So that's a really good little game. And I think that is it. So does anyone have anything else to sort of say, or should I do the wrap-ups?
It's been one heck of a podcast. We've covered like nearly all the topics.
We were only supposed to do like 20 minutes and then put the interview on.
Yeah.
But if you want to listen to the interview we did, it'll be on next week, or you can go to the other podcast, which is OUG Talks. So you can listen to the interview there. Because I did the interview, that was over an hour long. So I've been doing nothing but talking today. It's great. So, please go to our website, which is oneupgaming.co.uk. Visit our Patreon site, which is patreon.com/OUG. If you go onto our Patreon site and actually become a patron of ours, if you subscribe to the $2 or more a month, you will receive a free copy of our CD, which I've basically finalised 25 tracks. I'm waiting on one more, and then I'm waiting on the album cover, and then it'll be going up to iTunes and stuff within the next month or so. So once all that's done, I'll send out free copies of the CD to everyone. We have t-shirts and mugs with our sponsor, Blue Cyborg, so go to bluecyborg.com and just search One Up Gaming. If you want to get some custom controllers, you can go to customcontrollersuk.co.uk and you can get 10% off with the discount code OneUpGaming. Same thing with funstock.co.uk. You get 5% off with the discount code 1UP. We have Amazon links on the website. Click on them, takes you straight to Amazon, and we get a small percentage of each sale just for sending you to them. And we're on Facebook, YouTube. Just go to our website, and the top bar, it's got the links that take you directly to them, or you can just search 1UP Gaming, you should be able to find it. You can tweet us at OUGofficial, or you can email us at contact@oneupgaming.co.uk. We have an official Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/OUGofficial. And of course, the podcast that you're listening to. Please subscribe to us and give 5 stars, things like that. If you listen to us on the old feed, which is the one that'll show like 140 odd episodes, I've now moved over to a new feed, so you might need to resubscribe to us. Just search the 1UP Gaming Podcast. I've done that as a differentiator. So if you're on 1UP Gaming Podcast, that's the old feed. The new one's the 1UP Gaming Podcast. And other than that, I believe that will do for episode 143.
Huh.
And it's been a long one, and
Yeah.
so
For Christmas.
thank you, Zach.
As always, it's a pleasure. Absolute.
And to the new guy, thank you, Luke.
Yay. Thanks for having me.
It's fine, Luke, it's fine.
Yeah.
So, hopefully, we'll be back next week, where we'll
Hopefully.
try and keep it a bit shorter.
One of us might die.
I
Oh my
could cut
God,
this
that's
down to
horrible.
3 episodes.
One of us could die rickets.
You tied it in. Yeah.
Do you know what? Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
I thought it was quite pretty good, to be honest.
Hey guys, Justin here. I just wanted to say that I've been thinking about you. I've been thinking about you a lot. Yes, you in particular. In that way. And I wanted to say, I think you're great. I've always said that about you. And I was wondering, if you think we're great, if you could give us a quick rating on iTunes, we'd really appreciate it. It would really, really help us out in that, podcasty sort of way. And if you're feeling particularly festive, perhaps even a little saucy, maybe stop by our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/OUG and see if you can't slip a few bucks our way. After all, every little penny or whatever space money they use in Europe helps out the show. Thanks for listening. OUG Gaming will always be free, but with your support, we can always move forward and always be better.